Welcome back, folks, to GoHilltoppers.com as we settle on in for set number 3. If you're a Rattlers fan, you're probably jumping for joy knowing that your team could close out this Battle of the Saints with a possible sweep. If you are a Hilltoppers fan, well, you might be going through a range of emotions right now, but hope might be the biggest thing on your mind. And that starts things off very well for the Hilltoppers as Julia Hartley comes up big and gets the initial point for St. Edward's here in set 3. If you just tuned in with us, it is the Rattlers that have a 2-0 lead here in the Battle of the Saints. Tabitha Elder with that serve. Coming back and hitting it hard, but hitting it wide is Kareen Grace. 2-point lead now for the Hilltoppers, 2-0. It was 25-22, tightly contested first set that the Rattlers were able to win, and then they kind of stormed through the Hilltoppers for the most part in set number 2, 25-19. The Hilltopper defense never really able to get on track in that set. Mary DeJute hoping for a repeat performance from the initial Battle of the Saints meeting on the road where the Hilltoppers came back from a two-set deficit and ripped off the last 3 sets for the victory. The ball taking a couple of deflections off the Hilltopper players on its way out. 2-1 now our score. Rattlers getting their first point of set 3. Hartley with the set and is just dinked over by Martin. It's blocked very well by Michaela Parker. It was going mano y mano, and Parker able to get the win. 3-1 lead now for the Hilltoppers, as it is Kate Hendricks, the sophomore from Owasso, Oklahoma, who had a huge set number 2 for the Hilltoppers. Talking about coming up huge, Michaela Parker again using her long, lanky frame, gets her hands over the net to push down the free ball. And the Hilltoppers now have a 4-1 lead. Hendricks with the floater. Miscommunication on defense, where 2 players bumped each other on the return. And the Hilltoppers get another point. 5-1 now. Hilltoppers looking to pull away here in set 3. Another floater that just grazes the net on its way down. It takes a Hilltopper bounce, and now the Rattlers working the ball in their own end. Off of the deflection, this is hit number 3 as it had to be sent back over. Miscommunication aplenty right now for St. Mary's in the defense. Hartley with the dink, and Hartley makes that campfire where St. Mary's has to stand around and look at the ball on the ground. Quick timeout taken by Callaway Medford. And the Hilltoppers jump out to an early 6-1 advantage here in set number 3. On the road at St. Mary's earlier this season, in fact, it was September 15th. It was on a Thursday. The Hilltoppers won set 3, 26-24. Hopefully the start that we just saw will yield results where we will have a set 4. Leading the way in kills for my last set of stats, it's Kareen Grace. Just edging out the Hilltoppers' top scorer or kill getter, Kate Hendricks, who has 9. Grace has 10. Hankins behind her with 7. Martin and McAndrew for the Hilltoppers each have 7 kills. Rachel Chicatano leads all players in assists with 25 in this contest. Avalon France behind her with 13. Back to the action, and with a block! Start up the block party, and the Hilltoppers need to get one going, and it starts with that one right there. As Madison McClurg gets another point for the Hilltoppers. Off of the Hendricks serve, this time she goes wide. On the return, it goes right into the net. And we're going to say that is the 4th hit, so it wasn't touched by the Hilltoppers defense. Instead, right into the net, 8-1 now, even out of the timeout. So the Hilltoppers able to get 2 points out of that initial stop in the game. Up into the rafters, it comes back down. Delivered over by Martinez, blocked by the Hilltopper defense. Going wide, Beckham was there. Hartley with the back set. Miscommunication on the offensive end for the Hilltoppers. And they were their own undoing, as they were just reeling off points left and right. 8-2 at the end of that rally for the Hilltoppers. Rattlers looking to even things up a bit now with Amanda Lake, and she was able to serve stunningly at the end of set 2. Quick set at the net. I believe that was Chaperon who put it into the net. As the Hilltoppers had an error on their own end and get the ball back thanks to a Rattler error. 9-2 here in set 3. Hilltoppers ahead. France with the serve. Here's the return from Chaperon, and she kills it right in front of the diving Morgan Beckham. Green Grace coming off as Erin Rue comes in. Rue, the freshman from Black River Falls, Wisconsin. Long trip for her. Make the way to San Antonio. Quick set right in the middle of the court, and it was Rue with a diving save. Coming back the other way, it's blocked by the front wall. And it was double touched. It looked like by Hankins in the back, so the Hilltoppers just sending the ball back and letting St. Mary's create their own problems. And now the Hilltoppers have a 10-3 lead here in set 3. Morgan Beckham, Chaperon with the first touch, going wide. And it was right where Hendricks was. And he falls right in front of Avalon France. 10-4. Set 3 still belonging to St. Edward's at the moment. As Ashley Bettis, again with her pre-serve routine. Those quick short dribbles before she sends it over. Set at the net, and it will just dance on over after the punch from Madison McClure. That will count as a kill. 11-4 now for the Hilltoppers. I want to thank you again for tuning in with us here on GoHilltoppers.com. If you joined in with us late, it will graze the net off of the serve, set at the net, backside serve, and it's going to be hit far. Going to take a deflection. And the referees saying that it did not take any deflection off of any Hilltopper player on its way out, and that will give the Hilltoppers the point and continue with their serve. 12-4 here in set 3. Head coach Medford not happy with the non-call. And now the Hilltoppers get the ace! A huge ace served up by Madison McClurg, the junior from Kingwood, Texas, and now the Hilltoppers jump out 13-4 here in set 3. McClurg going far side and a little hesitant on the return. Where are the Rattlers? It's punched back, and this will be the 4th hit. The defense has really tightened up here for the Hilltoppers, knowing that they were on the brink of defeat here in set 3. And now they find themselves 10 points ahead, 14-4. And the Rattlers seemingly have no answer right now. It's mishit here towards the media center, and now finally brought back by the Rattlers. France with the back set, leaving it for Older, and she gets the laser! Putting it down with bad intentions, and getting the point out of it. The senior from Houston, Texas, playing in possibly her last battle of the Saints, unless the playoffs dictate otherwise. Tabitha Elder putting an exclamation point on how the momentum is carrying the Hilltoppers right now. 15-14 at the timeout as the SEU cheerleaders come out and start throwing out these free t-shirts to the crowd. Hey, I want one. Can I get one? Maybe I'll get the one that fell a little short. And it looks like we did get a lucky shirt winner here down the media center row. Fans here. Had a good crowd on hand. Tailgating started at 10 a.m. for this Battle of the Saints matchup. Just like any tailgate would, in the parking lot of the RCC, burgers, good times, laughs, all that going on the outside. That cold front hit Austin late last night. But the energy has been warm and electric here on the inside of the RCC. If you joined in with us late, things must look a little odd if I tell you that the Rattlers currently lead this game 25-22, 25-19, 2 sets to 0. Right now, the Hilltoppers with the hot hand as McClure continues her serve out of the timeout. 15-4, Rattlers are way behind here in set 3. Coming up and putting it down, Alexa McAndrew, the redshirt freshman from Eureka, Missouri. Serve going to the back line, and will take a deflection, and it will. Rattlers do get a deflection, and you can see the look of relief on the players' faces as they finally get a point back, 16-5. The Rattlers, they came into the contest actually not able to win a whole set in their last 3 Heartland Conference matches. But they won their first 2 against the Hilltoppers here this afternoon. Things shaping up eerily similar to the first game of the Battle of the Saints, as that one hit not just the defense, but a part of the net as well, as it was deflected back into the Hilltoppers side. 16-6, Hilltoppers still up by 10. And the Rattlers looking to get towards double digits. Capron with the serve, and she'll get the ace. This is a game of momentum and playing in good form within spurts and being able to maintain that good form. The Hilltoppers have looked like world beaters here at the beginning of this match. Can they continue that type of form? Back set, leaving it wide. This will go to Beckham. Quick set, standing backside. Elder with the push and misses her mark. The Jets seem to be cooling on the momentum of the Hilltoppers now, 16-8. The freshman Chaperon with the serve, going far, and the service error at an inopportune time might give the Hilltoppers exactly what they need to possibly finish off this set. 17-8. As Julia Hartley, the sophomore from Cypress, Texas, is now in the contest. Elder and Martin up front. They'll be going against Isbell and Punecki. Service error by the Hilltoppers. That will give the ball and the point right back to St. Mary. 17-9, Hilltoppers ahead here in set 3. Rachel Shikatano, the senior server. Beckham down to her knees and makes the dig. Martin, that was Hendricks trying to get the kill. Hartley with the pass to Beckham, leaving it from McClurg in the back line. Diving and making the save was Pettis. Hankins denied by the front wall. It's still alive. It's a free ball for the Hilltoppers. The dink, it was a good idea. Getting the deflection and getting the point was Kate Hendricks. The sophomore from Owasso, Oklahoma, so clutch for the Hilltoppers here, especially in the last 2 sets, and she's just so calm and clinical with her finishes. 18-9. Hilltoppers with the lead. It's blocked by that front wall and pushed back yet again. Michaela Parker, Kate Martin, and Katie Hendricks doing a number on the Rattlers here in set 3. 19-9, 10-point advantage for the Hilltoppers. Off of the serve of Elder. Cross court set. Elder was there, but getting the point was Tareen Grace, the outside hitter, junior from San Antonio. She actually played volleyball at 3 different high schools. Here's the Rattler player. Hendricks going with the finesse shot. Can't get it to go over as it was met by that front defensive wall. Beckham. Quick set by Hartley. The kill attempt will take a deflection off of the barrel rolling Amanda Lake. And now the Hilltoppers ahead 20-10 here in set 3. It is Kate Hendricks serving. Standing serve right into the awaiting arms of Hankins. It's denied at the net by Kate Martin, but it will bounce its way out of play, giving the point to the Rattlers. 20-11 now, here in this Battle of the Saints matchup. Amanda Lake now serving from the far side, going and staying far side actually. Far side, near side serve, set, and getting the deflection on the way out were the Hilltoppers. Great set ran down by Julia Hartley. She has been a key component for this comeback for the Hilltoppers. 21-11. Avalon France. As the ball is popped up. Miscommunication by the back line. It has to be played long and it will be played short. Lake had both arms under the ball but wasn't able to generate the power to get it over the net. 22-11. France with the serve again. It was Hinkins that was there in the defense. Michaela Parker, along with McAndrew, able to get the block. 23-11. Hilltoppers looking to put away set 3 and get back into this matchup. It grazes the net on the way over. It's pushed back by Grace. After the initial block, there's a set by France, and there's the kill! Alexa McAndrew will get the kill from a little bit away of the net. Set point coming up, 24-11. Avalon France will go long. Hinkins with the return. It was set by Shikatano. The kill was ripped, but saved by Hendricks in the back row. And will be played off of Avalon France's left hand on the way out. 24-12. Rattlers. They would have to play the most perfect game of volleyball to even things up. I can say the odds are not in their favor. Hendricks. France leaving it for McClurg, and she will leave it long. That could have been the set point, the kill point winner. Instead is 24-13 off of the serve yet again from the Rattlers. Backside, going wide again, and the Hilltoppers missing. 24-14. Hilltoppers only up by 10. They can lead. They can let their lead dwindle down to 8, but you have to win by 2 to win the set. The push going far again, almost placed off of the awning here inside the rafters. Up, McClure denied by either the net or the block. Looks like to have been a little bit of A, a little bit of B. Now Mary DeJute trying to calm her squad down without having to waste the timeout here. 24-15. Rattlers with their serve. It's going to be returned by the Hilltoppers. It takes a bounce off of the net onto the Rattlers side. Their return, it will be left wide, and the Hilltoppers get a very convincing 25-15 win here in set number 3. The Hilltoppers started off hot as opposed to the first 2 sets and never really looked back. I'm not sure what head coach Mary DeJute said during halftime inside the locker room. Whatever it was, you could see there was a different aura about this Hilltopper squad coming out for set number 3. We'll see if their momentum can carry into set number 4, because right now it looks like we're going to have an all-out get-out set number 5 in the making. But as a Hilltopper fan, that's all you can hope for. We will have more volleyball action, Battle of the Saints right here on GoHilltoppers.com.